Hello and welcome back to Project 944. We are once again here at LUDEN Automotive, and today we haven't actually got an objective per se. We're going to be doing some odd jobs. So for the first time ever, we're just going to be dossing about fixing things on the car. We've got new struts we have to fit for the bonnet so it actually stays up when it's meant to. We've got new spark plugs, new HT leads, so that should mean we're a step closer to it being running. We've also got new side repeaters to add, and maybe we'll get the front panel off to see what filter it's got in it. If it's already got a K&N filter, we'll leave it in there. And apparently my dog has decided that underneath the Porsche is the absolute perfect place to be in frame. So he's not in frame. So apparently I'm now talking to myself. Ignore me. Yes, there we go. The absolute G. So with Buster, the TBR dog, joining us, let's get on with the work. You are very, very stubborn. He's not even going to look at the camera now. Yes, you. Yeah, we're talking about you. Very, very stubborn. Not even staying where you're meant to be staying, you naughty little boy. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So we've got, try and be, yes, I know, interesting stuff, and I know that you want to be on camera as much as possible. We've got front strut replacements. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Yes, I know. Lovely. Then over there, you've got side indicators replacements. We've got some new spark plugs, and Jared very nicely modelling.
Only 3 of them. There's another one in there.
Got some new HT leads as well, OEM ones. And I think actually that for the majority, that should be it for today, I think.
Yeah.
I think I did say spark.
We have them.
But we've got new side repeaters, and actually, if I quickly go over here, I'll show you. Do you remember me complaining in episode 1 about the horn? Well, we've got a replacement. I don't know if it's going to focus. Yeah, there we go. Got a replacement of the horn there as well. So that's going to replace. Quickly pop in here. That shall replace the off-brand incorrect colour center button on the steering wheel. So we're actually making progress on the interior as well, which is rather nice. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Keep it cream though. Keep it beige.
Oh, it's definitely going to say cream, beige, and blue. I think it's a really nice colour combo, to be honest.
It is. I like it. You just need to change your radio.
Yes, Ford Mondeo radio. No, it's not.
Could be from a Focus.
It could be from a Focus.
Could be a premium Focus. No, there's no premium Ford radios. I'm lying to myself.
Okay, so first job is going to be replacing the struts on the bonnet, because frankly they're probably 10 plus years old, and as you can see they don't particularly stop the bonnet from going down. So when we're working on the car, because we are going to be doing like a full service video soon, but obviously we're going to start doing the spark plugs and HT leads now, we don't want this falling on our head. So this is going to be the first task. Are we going to fail at even doing struts? Yes, there we go. First one done. So if you could, sir, go and get a replacement.
You took you out with that.
Really? Maybe. Possibly. Ooh. Oh, that's progress. And it's done. Okay, you can probably relax now.
Ooh.
A little bit. Yeah, that's taken some.
That feels sturdier already.
Yeah, it's taken some of the weight off. So yeah, actually pretty easy job. So we'll go do the other side now. Changing the struts for the bonnet was a nice, easy task, and one that I'd recommend to anyone as an easy job to do on their car. Well, that's good. No more bonnets falling on heads, I don't think, anymore. If you go back slightly, you'll be able to get a better shot of this. But before, where you kind of got to this point and the bonnet would just close, it actually actively pushes it up now, which is good. So that's one problem solved, which is great. I think what we'll do now is we will try and tackle the spark plugs and HT leads. Then, as a final kind of easy job, I say with relative caution, so to speak. We'll try and do the indicators. Cool, so next job, spark plugs. As you can see, our current spark plugs aren't particularly too healthy. It snaps off of the HT lead. So we've got replacement ones. We've only got OEM ones. These are the ones that are on it at the moment, actually quite high-end race ones, but on a stock engine, do you need them? Probably not. So we're going to have replacement ones, OEM, no need for any sort of special, because like these ones are grounded and all that sort of stuff, and there's very little point really. So that's what we're going to be doing, and hopefully won't have many too problems. So let's get to it. Before heading into this, it's important to remember the firing order of your leads. The good thing about the set that we've got is they're actually numbered, so we don't have to worry too much about getting the wrong firing order. However, what I would suggest we do is, now that that's been... Okay, so that is number 1. So if Mr. Hodges, Mr. Cameraman for today, if you could go get lead number 1 for me, that'd be appreciated. Is that number 1, yeah?
That's number 1.
How do we check?
Here.
Ah, I see, that's very, very clever, isn't it? Okay, so number 1, that is off. You go on, and then for the sake of it would go in there and get on. But obviously we're changing the spark plugs, so for now we're just going to rest them there. But what we will do is we'll do all the HT leads now, so we know they're in the correct order. Replacing the HT leads was a nice simple job which certainly makes a change on this car. Remember to check those firing orders. Well, we'll find out one way or another. Does it start? No. Hello? What are you doing? Oh. Did I actually do it, or was that just me dying? Okay, it did actually do it nice. I was just like, did I do all that for nothing? Hey, right, old one's gone. They can go down there for now. We'll reapply this bolt back in, and then it's time for spark plugs. We need a deep socket.
We do. We need spark plug sockets.
I think you've got some.
And you? Can you pass me one of your spark plugs, please?
Yeah.
There.
Ah.
I don't think I have a bigger one than that.
Yes.
14.
That is the one.
Give me the 12.
You can have that back.
Thank you.
So 14 mil. Cool. Spark plug time. So 14 mil, I think it was, wasn't it? So fingers crossed. This actually should be fairly. Whoa, these were loose. No wonder it ran like shit. My God. Those were super loose. There was no effort in that at all. Like none. None at all. Man, no wonder. Okay, well, we're about to see what condition they're in. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh no.
If you couldn't tell, that's really not good. My word. Okay. There may be some deeper problems if that's the case. We'll have to see what the experts say, but I know enough about cars that plugs that oily should not be the case. That's very, 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 very fouled up as well. So we will see. Great. Well, potentially another thing to fix. Maybe we've got some sort of a problem inside. We'll have to find out. Yeah, not good. If we're lucky, it's just a cam cover gasket. They're all loose. The only thing I can think of is maybe Jonas has loosened them up, but I really hope that's the case. We're going to find out very quickly. It's not good. It's not good. That's 2 of 4 so far that are very oiled up. And were very loose. That's quite concerning. They're very, very fouled up as well. So we may have accidentally discovered that we've got quite a substantial problem here. We'll find out. We'll find out the hard way. But this thing drinks oil. And if that's the case, then we've got a fairly big problem on our hands. So we're thinking about making a Patreon. If you're interested, if you're interested in supporting Project 944 into the near future so that we don't run on fumes, any donation of smaller than £1 is greatly appreciated at this point.
And all of the money is going to Project 944.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. On a serious note, we have actually been contemplating about making a brand new Patreon for the channel. Not specifically, you know, just to support the projects, but we're actually going to be making different tiers so you can get some rewards like stickers, merch, that kind of thing into the future. It's not going to be happening yet, so don't worry. As always, all the content on this channel will remain free for the foreseeable future as much as possible. We may give you guys free access to early videos if that's something that's interesting to people. But for now, everything's going to remain free. Naturally, we can't monetize our content just yet because of the size of the channel. I think we've got another 2,000 watch hours to go until we can actually start monetizing. So it may be an option we look at, but again, there's absolutely no obligation to do it. I'm not going to lie, I'll have to ask Luke if Jonas has had a play with this before, because if he hasn't... Another one. Yeah. That's 3 of 4. What do you reckon number 4 is going to look like?
Pristine, brand new.
Yeah. I don't think so, somehow.
Untouched.
Unloved.
Not in there.
Yeah, it's not in there at all. Nothing left. Yeah. I mean...
I think that's the best of the lot so far, to be fair.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no major oil on that one, so yay.
You can run 1-cylinder cars.
Yeah, I mean, on a serious note, if they haven't been loosened by anyone here, that's worrying. That's really worrying. And that means it could be a while yet. Well, I mean, look, we're putting these spark plugs in, so it will run, but it's not going to solve the issue long term. So we will see. Time to fit the new spark plugs. Whether they'll make a difference or not at this point, I really don't know. I don't think they are somehow. But look, we can give it a go. And fresh spark plugs will at least mean that we get some decent contact between the piston and the spark plug head. So look, at the end of the day, this is a project car. I can't be too surprised. I'm upset if it is a problem, which normally oil on spark plugs is. And the answer isn't that it's been undone prior. Yeah, we're looking at a bit of money. So we shall see. We shall see. But for now, let's complete what we've come here to do, which is replace the spark plugs and a HT lead, because at least if we do that, we know they're done and we don't have to worry anymore until they get fouled up again, and then we have to take them out and probably replace them again. I don't think we'll run it today, just in case, because the original plan is that we're actually going to run the car. But frankly, I want to get a second opinion by someone that actually knows what they're looking at before we even start this up, because that's kind of thrown a literal spanner in the works with like kind of the service we wanted to do on the car. Because frankly, if there's a problem with the engine, there's no point us servicing it until that's done. Because even if we service it, we'll just have to change the fluids again when we come to fix it. So it's that's a bit of a ball ache, really. That's kind of, yeah, that's upset the rhythm a little bit. But again, we can only do what we can do. I had no idea that that was a problem, so that's brand new to us. And it's not, it would explain a hell of a lot. It would explain why it drinks oil, because potentially it means that we've got a problem internal, which isn't good. And also why it felt sluggish. The throttle response was slow wasn't particularly good. It burnt oil out the rear. So we might have just found our answer. Naturally, as we're yet to take off the cam cover, we don't know exactly what the issue is. But if it's not the cam cover like we hope, we might have a big repair on our hands, and that's not great. Okay, look, it's a little bit of a somber video, not gonna lie, because that's really not good news. If for those that are not too mechanically minded like myself and Jared, basically oily spark plugs means that the piston rings could have gone, or something top end. Regardless, if it is what we think it is, that's a top end rebuild. That's not cheap. That's basically head off, do the pistons, put them back in. So our plan to get Project 944 MOT'd within the next month has significantly been halted, but at least we can change the indicators. So what we have here are replacement indicators. We're changing the worn out kind of smoked looked ones for some nice shiny new amber ones, so it goes a little bit more classic retro. Fairly easy job, should be in and out straight away. Seeing as we can't do much more to the engine, we might as well try and do some stuff to the bodywork. So let's give it a go. Right, let's give this a go. Now I've already taken the lens off, fortunately, so...
Well, it fell off on this one.
It did actually fall off, yeah, right. So in theory, look at that. Makes a nice change for things go fairly easy. Okay, you're going to be there. Does it... I mean, yeah. That works. Weirdly. Okay. Actually, I might clean that up a little bit. I don't get to attack that area of the car very often. One moment. Just really quickly. Just clean that up because it's not an area I get to attack very often, so I might as well make use of the fact that it's accessible for a change. And then my presumption is that goes like so, and then that should hop in like that, but it's not playing ball because of course it isn't. Remember when I said that this is going to be an easy...
Has he got to go the other way?
Well, you see, basically you barely might be able to get in there, but that... Has it managed it? Kind of?
Yep, we're in.
So that needs to go in there, but it's not playing ball. So let's try again. Actually, have you got a flathead screwdriver? I think.
I do, yes.
Oh, yes. Yes! There we go.
Excellent.
I mean, that's probably... Yeah, that's secure. Nice! Actually, I've got to admit, that looks quite good in amber. I've got to admit. Yeah. Looks a little bit more retro now, which is nice. I mean, it's a little bit cheap, but oh well, it only costs a couple of quid per side.
How much were the black ones you were looking at?
Oh, the side
the clear ones,
yeah,
wasn't
the clear side repeating ones, like, you know, the ones that go bloop, bloop, £40 a side. So if you knock off a zero, that's how much those one costs. And to be honest, I think that's more than enough.
And they look better, because I'll be honest, Liam, I thought that this was becoming Project Chav 944.
Oh, what with the smoked?
When you sent me the repeating ones.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
I was troubled.
I think that looks good. To be honest, it goes with the rest of the car quite nicely.
It does.
And to be honest, that is actually factory. They were orange from factory.
It is.
So.
We can run around and show you a 944 with them.
Mm. Although it's actually undercover, so no, you can't.
Oh.
Right, let's give this a go. Oh, that's a nice sound, isn't
That's
it?
crunchy.
That's a crunchy sound. That is.
Sure, so yeah. These are the old ones. Which
yeah,
are
so
hideous.
clear versus orange.
I don't think they're even clear.
They're well, they're meant to be smoked, but let's face it, the orange looks much better. They're so old that, yeah, they do. They just lift out. That's good.
Tissue for your trouble, sir?
You'll need a bit more than a tissue for my troubles. Some kitchen roll might work.
For the crying.
Yeah, and the amount of oil that I need to get rid of. Get in, you vicious bastard. Okay, that looks good.
Vicious and indicator repeater. 2 words used in the first context together today.
I very much doubt that. I very much doubt that.
I can't think of anyone calling a side repeater vicious.
In. Yes! A mild victory. So we now have 2 new side repeaters. Now we have no idea if they work because we don't have any battery. But it looks good, and that's what matters. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Not sure what to comment, really. Certainly some revelations found, ones that particularly aren't enthusiastic. This could throw quite substantial spanners in the works with the plan that we've got to get this car on the road for summer. Fingers crossed, it's not as bad as it looks, and we can get this fixed with relative ease. But at the end of the day, all's on the plugs, and that means generally the top end needs some work. So not great, but ultimately we have now got the correct indicators for the car. So that is the highlight of today. We hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed our pain, please click that like button below. I mean, I was going to say, let us know what you think we should do to this car, but at the moment we now have a very, very big job on our hands that we need to prioritize. So maybe in the future episodes we'll bring that back. But for now, before we can even go any further, we've now got to work out what we can do about the top end. So until next time, guys, take care. We'll catch you in the next one.